She walked out alone. No William, no King, and the entire crowd stopped breathing. Tell us in the comments where you're watching from, because what happened at London Cenotaph today has people talking from Sydney to Edinburgh. April 25th, 2026. Anzac Day. London Cenotaph. King Charles wasn't there, and neither was Prince William. The Princess of Wales showed up solo, representing the monarchy at one of the Commonwealth's most sacred annual ceremonies. And she did it in a way nobody was ready for. Catherine, the Princess of Wales, 44, cancer survivor, future queen, arrived not as a supporting act, but as the main event. The paparazzi stationed outside? They came for a glimpse. They left with a story. Sources describe the moment she stepped out as, and I'm quoting here, stoic and somber, which in royal translator language means composed, controlled, and quietly devastating. She laid a wreath on behalf of her father-in-law, walked the length of the cenotaph alone, then made her way to Westminster Abbey for the full commemoration service. Solo. No handler holding her hand. No senior royal beside her. Just Catherine. But here's what nobody's talking about yet, and you haven't heard the craziest part. She wore a double-breasted navy coat dress, ankle-length, structured shoulders, sharp white lapels, reportedly a custom Alexander McQueen design. Clean. Severe. Intentional. Fashion editors were filing their takes before she'd even finished bowing her head. And the internet, predictably, lost its mind within minutes. Hashtag Kate ANZAC was trending across Australia, the UK, and New Zealand simultaneously. Reportedly over 200,000 posts in under 3 hours. Think of it this way. Imagine someone shows up to a memorial in a suit so perfectly calibrated it becomes the memorial. That's the effect. Now here's the detail that sent fashion journalists into genuine chaos. The jewelry she chose wasn't just beautiful, it was a message. The sapphire and diamond drop earrings she wore? Those reportedly belonged to Princess Diana, originally gifted by the Saudi royal family in 1981. Diana wore them on the cover of British Vogue in 1994. Catherine wore them today, at a ceremony she attended alone, standing in for a king. There is something almost unbearable about watching a woman, who has spent the last year quietly fighting cancer, largely out of public view, walk up to a war memorial in front of the cameras, alone, carrying the weight of a dead princess's jewelry and a monarchy symbolism. Whether you think the royals are worth preserving or not, you'd be lying if you said that image didn't land somewhere deep. She bowed her head, she laid the wreath, she fastened a single red poppy to her white lapel, and then she walked to Westminster Abbey. Without flinching. Australian and New Zealand media outlets were running the story within the hour. Comments ranged from "this is what grace looks like" to fierce debates about whether the monarchy still has any right to lead these ceremonies. Social proof doesn't get more polarizing than that. You know that scene in a film where the reluctant heir finally steps into the role, not because they wanted to, but because someone had to, and they were the only one left standing? This was that scene. Except it was real. It was filmed by 50 paparazzi, and she didn't stumble once. Here's the question nobody in the royal press wants to ask out loud. King Charles and Queen Camilla skipped Anzac Day entirely, reportedly preparing for a U.S. state visit beginning April 27th. Which means a woman still in cancer recovery represented the entire British monarchy at one of its most solemn annual duties. Alone. In custom McQueen. Wearing Diana's earrings. Whether that reads as power or tragedy probably says everything about where you stand on the institution. She came. She bowed. She wore the dead queen's jewels, and somehow, she still managed to make it look effortless. If you thought that was wild, hit subscribe and drop a comment below. Was this Kate's most powerful public moment yet? Wait till you see what was caught off camera after she left Westminster Abbey, the moment the crowd didn't expect.